Okay, this is how it looks when the light is off, and it looks so cool. It's so much fun to write, and I just finished this one scene that I've been working on for days. This book is called Red Rain. I know there's an out to read in the dark, but this is too laggy not to read in the dark. Bro, why? I'm reading this one scene. Hey writers and book lovers alike, welcome back to You Can Write Too. I'm Aléce, and for today's video, also ignore my dolls and just honestly my bookshelf. I feel like the upper half is so much more aesthetic than the lower half. But anyways, for today's video, I'm basically going to be doing another day in the life video, which is so exciting because I think you guys really liked the first one I did, and I honestly just haven't had the time, and then like I don't have my desk in my basement anymore. I'm in my bedroom, and it's just a really different setup. So I'm trying to see if this works better or this other location I have in mind in my room where it showcases my bed, which is why I kind of didn't pick that one. But at the same time, that might be the best case scenario at this point. So yeah, and also let's just look at this for a second. This bottom shelf is like all my like old notebooks and my Loungefly bags and stuff like that. Over there, that Mario is like a poster of mine. This row is like some of my favorite dolls that me and my sister have. And then here, I'm just gonna show you guys. That's a bookshelf, and then the top one is also a bookshelf. So that also says, oh my gosh, I hate when it's backwards, but that's a gamer girl trying to keep up. Anyways, I'm really excited to do another day in life video with you guys. It's currently 11:34 for me, but I'm going to do some poetry, I'm going to do some drawing, I'm obviously going to do some writing, and I'm going to do some reading, so I'm really excited to showcase the stuff with you guys. And I have my laptop up. I also have this really cool new keyboard I got from Five Below, and if I hit scroll lock, look at that. Honestly, hold on, let me turn my light off. Okay, this is how it looks when the light is off, and it looks so cool. I'm honestly obsessed. I might have like a new obsession with keyboards now, and I might just start collecting a lot of different keyboards. Like I love mine because also mine lights up too, as you guys can see on my actual laptop, but I also love this. It's something about hearing like it's just so aesthetic and so relaxing to me. But yeah, so I think the first thing I want to do is write a little bit. Honestly, this light off is actually kind of a vibe. I'm sorry. I'm leaving it off so you guys don't just see my dolls staring in the background. But yeah, because I feel like my actual laptop is pretty. Let's brighten it up just a little bit. There we go, so you guys can at least see me. But I'm actually pretty excited about this, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is write a little bit, which I think is so fun. You guys are also going to see me make some pancakes for lunch, because I've already thought about what I want for lunch. So I'm going to eat that pretty soon, but not too soon, because I was up at basically 9. I got up at like 8:50 something. So yeah, but I think the first thing, although should I read? I feel like reading is great for inspiration, but I really want to finish writing this scene. Guys, we're gonna write first, but just for a couple of minutes. I'm writing this particular scene in the sequel to Humanity's End, and on this particular part, I'm trying to remember, like, do hospitals have basements? I'm sure they do, but I'm not sure, but we're just gonna say it does, and then research later. That's, like, the perk of being, like, a writer, is the fun part, I feel like, is research, although when it comes to any other kind of writing, like, for college, I hate it, but I think it's fun, like, Googling and looking things up to see how, like, accurate your story is, because I feel like there's nothing that kills a story like an unrealistic scene. But yeah, I guess that's the fun of it being, an imaginary, fake, fictional world. But still, we still want it to be accurate to a certain extent if it's supposed to be taking place in the real world, But let's get back to it. Okay, so I just did some writing. Is it too dark now? Now it's giving too dark vibes. Let's turn this light back on. Anyways, I don't know the vibe. I'm gonna probably go back and forth with these, but it's just so much fun. I just love this. I love this so much. It's so much fun to write, and I just finished this one scene that I've been working on for days, and it just felt so good to get this out. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this sequel. I should probably talk a little bit more about it with you guys, but it's so hard when it's a sequel because I don't want to spoil the first book, because certain things I say will ultimately spoil the first book. So that's like makes it pretty complicated. But, I just love it so much, all of these characters. Just a big heart goes out to all of them. But I will pause with my writing for a moment, and I'm going to do a little bit of reading. I'm going to show you guys what book I'm currently reading. First of all, I have to say first off, though, I have a couple of books. Well, right now, actually, I have 2 books I'm technically reading at the moment. The shelf above the dolls has all my books that I need to finish reading, so we're going to show that really fast. So those are all the books that I need to finish reading at this point in time. So yeah, but the current books that I'm reading I have in this bag. So this bag says All My Friends Are Fictional. I got it from Barnes & Nobles. As you can see, the Barnes & Nobles tag is still on there. And I love it so much because I feel like it's so relatable, but I look at it more so with my book characters versus like books that I read. But the current book, I have 2 books, like I said, that I'm currently reading. One of them, I have no idea where I had it. I just read it yesterday. I don't know where I put that book, but I'm sure it'll appear literally out of nowhere, because that's what tends to happen. So I'm gonna read this other book I haven't read in a little while. This book is called Red Rain by Rachel Newhouse, and it is such an interesting read. This is probably the smallest book I've read in a very long time. It's about only 140. Yeah, it's like 141 pages, I think. Yeah, so that is definitely different for me. I tend to read like a book I just finished was over 300 something pages, but it's fine. I think it'll be a pretty fun read, and this is basically about like a sci-fi, in a sense, a futuristic twist on like the Revelation story. So it's about this girl named, I think her name is Philadelphia. I'm pretty sure. Yes. So I'm just gonna read the back of this really quick for you guys. Please don't send me back to Earth. The year is 2075. Earth is ruled by a one-world government. In order to maintain unity, all citizens must deny their national, racial, and religious identities or suffer the consequences. Stripped of her rights for refusing to assimilate, 16-year-old Philadelphia Smyrna escapes Earth's... Isn't it interesting? Like, Smyrna is a city and Philadelphia is a city. And it's interesting how her name is, like, a city. And I think there's other characters, if I'm remembering correctly, because I haven't read this book in, like, over a month. Because I was supposed to be doing it for a book club, so I was waiting on other people that were reading this book to finish. But anyways, if I'm remembering correctly, I'm pretty sure there's other characters in this book whose names are like cities, which is very interesting to me. But anyway, escapes Earth's religious containment camps when her father is summoned to work on Mars. The remote research base seems like a haven of tolerance until she discovers it's the same base where her brother mysteriously died 2 years before. Searching for answers, she stumbles into a hidden lab and uncovers terrifying experiments for an apocalyptic weapon. The scientist in charge has cruel plans for Earth, and he'll kill to keep the secret hidden. Racing to stay one step ahead, Philadelphia must decide whether to save the people who have oppressed her for her entire life or save her family and let Earth burn. So this is the first book in this fast-paced Christian sci-fi adventure for teens and adults. So this has like, I think it has like over like 8 books in the series. Yeah, so this is, yeah, so, okay, so this book, apparently, I was looking at the back, and this is, it's called Project 74, and this is, book 1.5, so I don't know, like, if you guys have read the Red Rain series, let me know, like, should you have to read the 0.5s. Like I remember when I used to play like the Kingdom Hearts games, you don't necessarily have to play 1.5 or 2.5. It's just slightly adding to the story, but it's not fully necessary in order to understand the plot like that. But let me know if I should read 1.5. But I should finish 1 first. So I'm currently on page 18. Wow, and I thought I did something. I'm on chapter 5, and this is kind of like how the book looks. I love the way it looks. Like I like how it looks. It's just like different, you know. Just like the way it looks. In all honesty, but yeah. So we're just going to get started at this point and do some reading. This so much. I'm sorry. And yeah, so I was right because her brother's name is Ephesus, which is also a city because I know it was a church, the Church of Ephesus. That's like Ephesians is in the Bible is for the Church of Ephesus. But I love like they have pictures every few, not really few pages, but when they're talking out of characters, sometimes they'll have an image. Like I'll show you. This is her brother. And this is Philadelphia. This is the main character. This is how she looks. So I honestly love like the little images. It's so cute. I know there's not to read in the dark, but this is too vibey not to read in the dark, and I changed positions, you know? It's getting good. Bro, why? I'm reading this one scene, and I cannot spoil anything. And if you hear a door open, that's just my little sister, like, don't mind it. But this particular scene, like, in this book, it's so hard to talk about it without spoiling things, but I'll just say, like, what they talk about in the first couple pages. Like, people that don't conform, like, how the back talks about, like, they have to deny their national, racial, and religious identities or suffer the consequences. They're, like, basically isolated from the world. And certain characters, because, again, don't want to spoil anything, but kind of end up conforming and denying Christianity, basically giving up their religious rights to live in a better society. Like, no, this hurts. Because it's so sad, and it's so sad to think about, because I know one day in our real lives this will happen in a sense, and it's just like so infuriating that like this is going to happen, because humans, you know, humans, and of course the real enemy out there. But I'm just gonna finish this chapter and then I'm gonna go to my next thing. But it's so good. I really would recommend. So I don't tend to recommend books I haven't finished, but this book seems pretty good so far, so I would recommend to check it out. I doubt it'll get bad if it has like 7 books, you know. But anyways, it's pretty good. But we're gonna finish reading. I just finished my chapter. Now I'm on chapter 7. So I read 2 chapters, and honestly, I'm shivering because I really enjoy the writing style. And like, these people are so bad, bro. Like, why? Anyways, so I'm on chapter 7. I'm definitely gonna read more today, probably just off camera. I'm now on chapter 7, but page 28. So I'm excited to just breeze through this book and finish it so I can get the second book in the series. But right now, we're gonna do. But right now, I'm going to do some poetry. So this is my poetry journal that I have. I got it from Five Below. Honestly, Five Below, like, do not sleep on Five Below. They have really good stuff, like this keyboard that works great. Like, do you hear that ASMR? I don't think you're hearing it. Anyways, and I got this. I've gotten a lot of things from Five Below, like even these pants were from Five Below. But anyways, I got this for Christmas for my sister, but we're not talking about the pants. We're talking about this. So This is really cute. It's like strawberries all over it, and then look at this little basket. It's so stinking cute. Anyways, so I write poetry in here, like, and I do prayers in here sometimes when I'm talking to God. But here is one poem. I posted some of it on Instagram. Oh, I think I also posted it on YouTube. If you guys want more poetry stuff, let me know. But yeah, so this one, I like to write my poetry about my characters and my stories. So I did one about this boy named Relic. I actually have a picture up here if I didn't already show it in the vlog. I love printing out pictures that I find on Pinterest that remind me of my characters. Like this wall in front of me has like cute stuff for like, I forgot what it's called, not collages, but you know, like when people have like a wall filled with just a bunch of different like pictures. I cannot think of what it's called, but anyway, I have like those and like cute little positive affirmations. um and then I have stuff with my characters. Like I have a huge, like a printed little word, and it says Axel, and it's printed on my wall, and then just different things. And even my wall back here, my door, like I have stuff, a lot of stuff with my characters on it because it just makes me so happy. Um, Anyways, but yeah, so this was the one that I kind of shared with the world. It's called Relic, and I'm only gonna read a part of it. But there's a boy that's in my mind. He's always there, but sometimes hard to find. His hair is dark, his eyes are brown. Anyway, so that's it. That's it. That's all I'm showing you guys. It's a little longer than that, but I'm not sure if I want to share the entire thing. Also, it's so funny because my sister thought it was like a romance poem, and she's like, "It's so unlike you. Like, you don't write romance." I was like, "Oh no, it's about my character Relic. Sorry." So if that was honestly like, if people thought that was like a romance, I'm so sorry, but it's not. Unless you think of it like a love letter to your character, but in a motherly vibe. Like I look at my characters as like my children. Um, I also have like, this is Ren, which is his brother, and I did one about him, and I'll read a section of that. Um, he's helpful all the time. His smile is gentle. I wish he was mine, mine to hold, mine to cheer, a boy to laugh with. I'd wipe his tears, but he's trapped in my mind. So that's all I'm gonna say about that one. And again, even though I could totally see why someone would think this is like a love poem, but it's not. It's a motherly poem to my characters. Also did one about my little baby Axel, my main character in Humanity's End, and I called that Breathe. And I'm only gonna read a section, although this is pretty short. But you know, I'm gonna read this actually. I think I'm gonna read this whole thing. Breathe in and out, small deep breaths. I'll make it out somewhere, somehow. But take a breath, so you'll survive. In order to breathe, you must be alive. So it's very interesting, right? I feel like I just love poetry because yeah, it's inspired by this particular scene in the second book. But I don't want to talk about it. But I just love it. I love it so much. So we have a blank page. We have so many. Look at all these blank pages. We need to fill those with poems. We need to fill these pages with poems. So, oh my gosh, wait a second. Let me turn my light on. I told you guys we're just gonna be going like back and forth with the light, but this is like an art book that I have. Art book, oh my gosh. This is an art bag that I have. Mom and Dad got it for me for Christmas, and look how cute this is. This is Lady and the Tramp huge lounge fly bag, and it's filled, like, no joke, it's heavy. It's filled with a bunch of like markers and sketchbooks and just so many things. Okay, I will not believe you if you say that ballpoint pens are not your favorite pens. Like, what other pen would you ever use in life? Ballpoint pens are so superior. And this is a pink pen. Ignore that it has a blue top, but it's most definitely pink. And yeah, I think I'm writing Humanities End 2. And so I think I want to do a poem about a character in there. I think I want to do it about a character called Olivia. She's Axel's best friend in the first book, so we're gonna call it Ollie. I turned the light back off for aesthetic purposes. But how I write my poems, I tend to just think. I know a lot of people, some people will look at, pictures for inspiration. They look at just a lot of different things. What I like to do is just not look at inspiration, just kind of think about what I want to talk about. So I think of a topic, like I said, Olivia. and I kind of think of what I want to convey in that poem. So yeah, I think I just want to do, we're gonna just see how it goes at this point. You guys can't even see me writing. We're gonna try to do it like this, or I guess I could actually put my thing on my lap, right, like that. Actually, it's really awkward, but I'll do anything for you guys so you guys can at least see me writing. Okay, I finished. Honestly, look how short this poem is. Honestly, I know there's no specific like size with poems, but I don't know, it's pretty short. It's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's 7 stanzas, but I feel like it's still short. I feel like it's pretty short compared to my other work. I mean, not really. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm a new like poet, to be completely honest. But yeah, so I just want to read it to you guys because like, since I don't share a lot of my specific writing with you guys, I thought it'd be fun to like share poetry. This is called Aléce. People assume I'm still stuck up. I wear nice stuff. I'm not really tough. But truth is I've changed. My mind's rearranged. I'm no longer in a cage, living in vain. So yeah, so that is Olivia, honestly, and we are done with poetry for today. I'm a little hungry. I don't even know when I ate breakfast, but I know it's been a couple hours. So I'm gonna eat some lunch. So I'm gonna make some pancakes. So you guys are gonna come along with me as I do that. So yeah, I'm excited.
Time moves on in the story. When we come to chapter 12 of Genesis, God and Abram spend years in Canaan awaiting the son of promise of God's promise to the people.
Okay, I'm back. It feels like it's been a minute because it took me a little while to cook. Honestly, if you eat pancakes, and listen, these are like the healthier pancakes, these like cane sugar and stuff, but it's still so sweet. And I use maple syrup, so I don't use like regular syrup. And I use whipped cream that has cane sugar in it, but anyways, it is so sweet. So I advise you, like, I got some almond milk and was drinking it while I was eating the pancakes, and it honestly really helped to get rid of the super sweet taste out of my mouth. Anyways, we're back, and now I'm gonna do some more writing. I didn't do a lot of writing like at all. I'm honestly just really excited to write this book. I don't know why I'm still holding this pen. Like, we are not writing poetry anymore. So yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the light off again though for aesthetic purposes. It is really bright. I think when I'm talking to you guys, it's good. But when it comes to writing, I think it can be nice and dark. So we're gonna start writing, you guys. Hello, you guys. I was writing for a good bit. I don't know how long though. I think it was almost an hour. I think maybe like 30 to 40 minutes, maybe more. I don't know, but an hour at the max. And I just finished writing the scene. It was so good. Oh my gosh, it was such a needed scene. I'm just so excited about this chapter. It was so needed to write in this particular scene and this particular character. I can't talk about the character because if I talk about the character, it's kind of sort of spoilers for the first Humanity's End. But this particular scene, this character gets help from this unexpected person, and it's almost like this character they don't really know, basically, and this person helps them. and they have to like stay hidden for a couple days, and it's just so good. And there's like this scene at the end where this person genuinely feels alone. They like, not that they lost as far as the people they love died. They didn't die, but this character has been separated from them. This character is just like, they're all alone, and writing that is so sad. Like, I have a character crying at the end of the chapter, and sometimes when I write scenes where my characters are like really sad and lonely and just they feel like hope is lost, I feel so bad. I feel like a terrible person when I write scenes like that sometimes, because it's like these characters are like my babies, and I know fellow writers, you guys can relate to that. And I know there's some people that get like really excited when they write like depressing scenes or like gut wrenching scenes or heart wrenching scenes where it's like killing their character. Not that the scene is literally killing them, but metaphorically speaking and emotionally. And I'm just not like, I have certain moments if it's like really intense, I'll get excited, like, oh my gosh, the scene's so intense, there's fighting, there's zombies. But as far as specifically hurting my main characters, like, there may have been a time where that was entertaining to me, but now I just feel kind of bad. Like, it's like, because like all our characters are a part of us, and so it's like hurting them. It's like in turn is like kind of hurting me and on the inside, and I feel so bad sometimes. This particular character had this hope of finding these people again, and then it was like the moment this character had hope, it was taken away just like that, and now it's like I'm never finding these people again, and it's so sad. But it's necessary for the scene, so the scene seems very realistic. We had to make sure our characters feel human so that when our readers read them, they believe that these are real humans experiencing these issues in real time for the characters. But yeah, I honestly am really excited. I'm probably gonna write more tonight, but it's currently 1:19, and I basically only have one thing to do left today, which is pretty productive. I read the Bible, I exercised. I didn't film any of that because I didn't even think about filming like a vlog till later. But also, look how cute this is upside down. Oh my gosh, it's upside down. Look how cute this mood board looks. This is my mood board for the sequel to Humanity's End, the same book I'm working on. Like, what? Anyways, it's so cute. It's very discolored, though. I'll have to put a picture of it on the screen for you guys. But, like, printed out, it's very discolored. But from a distance, like, I feel like it literally looks better on camera, which that's never the case with anything. Except for this, but like here's a car driving in the snow, people walking, supposed to be like symbolizes Olivia. This symbolizes Axel, but you literally can't see anything. But it's like the back of the guy with a hood and a book bag on, because Axel has a book bag in this book. This is one of my antagonists. I got all these pictures off of Pinterest, by the way. I did not draw any of this. This is snow, and this is a person walking with a dog, and up here is a sewer. And here it says, which is my best friend, I can't lose you. And then this one says, I am your family, I will always be with you, promise, promise. And so yeah, so cute. I honestly love this. I recommend highly that you guys make mood boards for your books. This was the first time I ever did it, and I had so much fun, and I love it so much. But the last thing I'm gonna do is draw. This is my sketchbook. Again, I got this from Five Below. Can we pretend that Five Below has sponsored this video, because I've talked about a couple of things I've gotten from there. Anyway, this is my sketchbook. It has tracing paper, which I hate the tracing paper because look how thin it is. So it's great for tracing, but not great for drawing. So honestly, this is legit like tissue paper material. So I'm almost done filling this up because I'm not even beginning to draw on that tracing paper just for it to get ripped and messed up. Like, no. But what I'd like to do is go on Pinterest. I have a whole board dedicated to just drawing ideas. So we're gonna go through that and pick some stuff to draw. I usually tend to draw 1 to 2 things a day, just because I tend to draw every day except for like the few times I forget to draw. So yeah, we're gonna go and check that out on the laptop. I usually do that on my phone, but since I'm filming on my phone, we're gonna use the laptop today. These are just some of the few like drawing ideas I have. Like, I'm never drawing him because like look how detailed he looks, but I have him as an idea like to do character like pages or character portfolios. But yeah, so we're gonna pick something out of this. This is a pretty simple drawing, so I'm going to try my best to recreate it. So yeah, and I feel like today's gonna be the one day that I don't do it good. So here's the rough sketch of it. So I actually kind of think it's pretty cute compared to this one. That's the other one. I like to still personalize it. So I said, instead of just the question mark. You guys get it? It's such a vibe. I honestly love this cartoony style though. I'm definitely more of a cartoony artist than like a realistic one. But anyways. Okay, so here's basically the final look for, obviously it's not colored. It's not like, it's still a little rough. But this is basically all I'm going to do today. I tend to do a lot of sketching in this sketchbook. I do some, like, that's hilarious. I do sketching in sketchbook, obviously. Ha ha ha. Anyways, yeah, so this is pretty cute. And this is the last thing I had to do for the day. So now I basically get to just chill all day. Minus cleaning, but we're not showing that part of this. In all honesty, I am super happy with this drawing. It's so cute. And I definitely love the reference picture too, but it's like, it's so cute. I'm obsessed with this. I'm going to save this under drawing if I didn't already get it from drawing, because I can't remember if it was just with a different drawing or if it was already, I think it was already in my drawing thing, but it doesn't matter. Point is, this is so cute, and this is basically me. This is my little character. I think maybe on Instagram I'll start like showcasing her on there for me instead of showing me. But yeah, I'm really excited, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Honestly, I had so much fun doing it with you guys, and I feel like I got so much done. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and turn post notifications on if you guys want to be notified whenever we make new videos on our channel. And Jesus Christ loves you, and always remember, you can write too. Bye!